What should your heart rate be for cardio if your goal is fat loss? Okay, at the beginning of your fat loss phase, I'm a big fan of going for calories, right? So you're using that cardio to help create a deficit. So yeah, at that point you have more fat on you, you have more glycogen, you have more food, right? So the cardio, it's okay if it burns glucose. So you can have higher intensity cardio for shorter durations that, essentially just, it burns more calories for less time. However, once you start getting lean, the chances that your cardio is gonna start burning muscle go up significantly. So you're cutting your calories, you're probably cutting your carbs, you have less glycogen, significantly less. In fact, you're probably just kind of running in a deficit glycogen wise, right? You're always a little bit empty. So when you do this higher intensity cardio, what's happening is you're burning through your glycogen and you're starting to turn over muscle tissue to fuel your cardio. And that's where you end up getting a lot of inflammation, right? And once you get so inflamed, it starts to really suppress your hormones, it suppresses your thyroid, it suppresses your reproductive hormones, and it can make fat loss very difficult, right? It's gonna spike your cortisol, all that good stuff, right? So at that point, your cardio, and by higher intensity cardio, I mean with your heart rate over like 120, right? This is where you start getting into, burning more glucose. And that's actually gonna start to take you backwards. So what you wanna do, once you start to get leaner, you wanna move over to more long duration, steady state, right? So stick with, burning XYZ calories from cardio, but you're gonna stretch that time out and decrease your heart rate. That way you give your body enough time to, really start to oxidize fats for fuel, because this is the point where, we wanna burn the fat, right? We're not trying to necessarily create a deficit with cardio. We're trying to get the cardio to use actual fat for fuel versus glucose, because it doesn't really do us any good to burn glucose for fuel, because we want to use all of our glucose weightlifting, right? And so by the time we get to cardio, there's really no glucose left. So our cardio then is just converting the next easiest thing for fuel, which is muscle tissue. And to avoid that, we want to go low intensity steady state, AKA a walk. Keep that heart rate under 110 and focus on, really just trying to, use it to burn the fat. And that's gonna help your inflammation, and it's gonna improve your fat loss, and all good things, and you won't be as tired from it. Thanks.